10 SEC teams were ranked in the latest top 25. We'll talk about the biggest increase. We'll talk about the biggest drops around the polls. And where would I have these teams ranked when it comes to the 2025 College Football Associated Press poll? We'll see what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for so much for tuning in to SEC Live here at the Voice of College Football. Make sure you all do us a favor, hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification so that you are notified every time we post a new video here. As always, guys, thank you to our friends over at the Voice of College Football website. Guys, going over to vocfb.com/shop. Make sure you use my promo code VOCFB Gamecocks to get the latest in all things Voice of College Football merch. Excited for what's to come from this store. Hope you guys going over there. Use my promo code. Get yourself a nice little discount when you get your first purchase. All right. So the AP poll just got released earlier this morning and got a little bit of changes. All right. So obviously, not surprised that Utah does make an appearance in the top at number 25. Well, let's go over the SEC. Tennessee sitting at number 22, jumping up 2 spots from 24. Alabama dropping all the way down from 8 to 21. I thought they would have been lower, to be honest with you. I would have switched Tennessee and Alabama, to be honest with you, but got a lot of soul searching to do if you're Alabama. 20, you have Ole Miss, so I don't think Ole Miss changed really a whole lot. That's what I expected. I know Ole Miss is projected number 14 in the coaches poll. A&M at number 19 after struggling with UTSA earlier. I would have switched Ole Miss and Texas A&M. In my opinion, Texas A&M doesn't even deserve to be in the top 25. That's just my honest opinion when it comes to this. Why is Georgia Tech not in here? And this is no hate against Texas A&M. I'm just being honest about Texas A&M and why I think that this is a team that, in my opinion, has been overrated for quite some time. Number 18, I have Oklahoma. If you beat Michigan this year, you'll definitely vault yourself up to that top 15, maybe even sit yourself at 14 right now. SMU climbing up to 17th in the nation. Pretty good win they had this past weekend. Iowa State sitting at 16 after starting off 2-0. Got a big win in Farmageddon this past week. Michigan sitting pretty at 15. Kind of had a struggle defensively against New Mexico, but Bryce Underwood looks really good in this opener. A lot to prove this upcoming weekend as they take a trip out to Norman, Oklahoma. 14, you see Florida State there, followed by Florida, who's sitting pretty at number 13. Arizona State and Illinois. South Carolina making their first appearance in the top 10 since 2014, which is very, very interesting. I'm surprised they went up that much. Did not expect for that to happen, actually. Notre Dame coming in at 9. Clemson coming in at 8. Texas falling all the way down from number 1 to number 7 in the nation. Oregon stays at 6. Miami jumping all the way up from 10 to 5. Georgia at 4. LSU jumping from 9 to 3. Penn State still at that 2 position, and Ohio State comes in as the number 1 ranked team in the nation. So when it comes to SEC, would I change anything here? I would, number 1, I would switch Tennessee and Alabama. Alabama is very close to dropping out of the AP poll. They haven't done that since 2007. They've been a ranked team every year since 2008. Man, things could change. And that could be a very, very scary situation if you are Alabama. Now, I don't think it is. There's already betting odds for Kalen DeBoer and who could potentially replace Kalen DeBoer at Alabama. Guys, you knew what you got yourself into whenever you took this job. This is not an easy job to take if you are any coach, let alone a team that has to take over from a guy like Bear Bryant or a Gene Stallings who won a national title or a Nick Saban. You try to replace that. It ain't easy, guys. It is not easy to do that. And you are seeing it on full display with Kalen DeBoer. I do hope they fix things, but we'll see, man. Ole Miss, I would probably switch Texas Tech and Texas A&M. Just my honest opinion. I think Texas Tech has a far better roster compared to Texas A&M. Anything could be said. That could be controversial, what I just said there. But, hey, that's my own opinion whenever it comes to A&M. And again, I'm not an A&M hater. History has proven itself, though. Oklahoma sitting at 18. I wouldn't change anything with Ole Miss, by the way. Oklahoma is sitting at 18. I wouldn't really change anything. I'd probably switch them in SMU, but right now, I mean, other than that, that's a little ticky-tacky stuff. Florida, I'm fine with them at 13. South Carolina, I would probably switch them in Illinois. That, again, that's a little ticky-tacky, but right now, I think Illinois has just got a better roster compared to South Carolina, but they're going with quality of win right now. And knowing that Illinois only played a G6 program, or not even a G6, they played an FCS program, and South Carolina played another P4 program, and it was a hard-fought quality win. I guess you could consider that a reason for why they jumped so high. Texas, I'd keep them there at 7, in my opinion. Georgia's fine there. LSU, I have no issues with them being at number 3 in the AP poll. I've had some people that say that they should be like number 1 or 2, and I'd say, whoa, calm your horses on there. I don't know if I thought LSU was probably going to climb to like 5 or 6. I didn't expect them to jump all the way up to number 3, but hey, anything can happen this year in the AP poll. And not that this even counts. None of these rankings will even really matter until we get to the college football playoff. That's whenever we get the real polls out, and that's whenever we get the real drama to come out. So let me know what you guys think about this. Where do you have the AP poll? What is your projections for the AP poll? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you guys for so much for tuning in to us here at SEC Live at the Voice of College Football. Hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Turn on that bell notification. And as always, guys, stay blessed. Don't stress. Y'all have a good rest of the week.